Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if my voice sounds a little crazy, it's because I am not feeling well actually. I've been kind of sick over the past 2 or 3 days, but I didn't want to let you guys down, and so I'm going to try to get through this and try to give you guys a really good tutorial. I thought that maybe it would be a good time to do just a normal tutorial, keep it really simple. So I'm going to be doing a 10-minute everyday makeup routine using drugstore products. I'm not sure how talkative I'm going to be in this video. I apologize in advance, you guys. I'm really doing my best, and again, I just didn't want to let you guys down. I'm going to start off with the CoverGirl Vitalist Go Glow Lightweight Moisturizer in the shade 1 Daybreak. This is a newer product to me, but I really liked it because it just brings a really nice luminosity to the skin. And for today's look, I'm wanting to do something that looks nice and hydrated and healthy and glowy, since I feel like I could use a little hydration and healthiness. So I'm just going to apply that all over the skin. And you'll notice that my eyebrows aren't done right now because when I'm doing a fast tutorial, I'll usually start off with my skin and then I will fill in my brows later. So that's why I've just left them blank right now. So we have that nice moisturizer on. You can tell my skin looks nice and glowy and it feels really hydrated and dewy. I've been really liking this foundation from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. This is not a new foundation to the drugstore. It's been around for quite a while. I've always been kind of afraid of luminous foundations just because I feel like they don't wear as long, they don't provide as much coverage, and I usually like a more matte full coverage finish. But with this foundation, I feel like it gives a great coverage and it gives a luminosity, but it's not too much, and it lasts a super long time as well. So I've been wearing this quite a bit. I'm just kind of evenly distributing this all over the face with my sponge, and I'm also putting it on the eyelids. I'm just basically trying to even out the skin tone all over the face just by doing a really nice light layer across the entire face and blending it down the neck. So next I'm going to be taking my tried and true concealer from Maybelline. This is the Age Rewind concealer. I really like this just because I feel like I always do that. I always talk when I try to twist this up. But it just gives really great coverage, and the finish is also really nice. So I'm just going to kind of put this down the center of the face and under my eyes. And then I have another shade a little bit darker that I'm just going to pat over some blemishes so that I have a little extra coverage in that area. And I'm going to start off with the darker concealer on the cheek area, blending that out, and then moving to the rest of the face and just blending out the concealer until it's nice and seamless. And I also take what's left over and I put it on the eyelid just to create a nice canvas there. And before the concealer has any time to crease, I'm just gonna go ahead and set the entire face with my Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder. This is in the shade, what is it, Fair Light. I have two shades. This is the darker shade. I'm just not really too concerned about highlighting and contouring as much with a quick drugstore routine, so that's why I'm using my darker shade, and I'm just going to quickly set the entire face with this to make sure that it lasts all day. Now I'm going to bronze up the face with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It bronzer. You guys know how much I love this bronzer. It's amazing. So I'm just going to really quickly warm up the outer portions of the face. I'm going to go along the forehead here. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and run the bronzer down the sides of the nose just to sculpt it a little bit. And I also like to take it up through the eye socket here just to bring back some definition in that area. I'm also going to put a little bit on the lower lash line to bring some definition back there. And then I like to buff over that with the brush I used for the loose setting powder just to make sure it's nice and blended. For blush, I'm going to go into the CoverGirl True Blend Blush. This is in the shade, is there a shade? Shade 100 Light. Oh, Light Rose. Yeah, shade 100. And I've been liking this blush because it's a little bit more luminous, so it kind of adds color to the cheeks and it also adds a little bit of a healthy glow. So I'm just going to apply that to the cheeks and blend up. I'm also taking the brush and I'm kind of dusting it on the eyelid as well to bring a little bit of that pink color onto the lids. So now for highlight, I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Chrome highlight in the shade Molten Gold. This is a much more intense highlight than what I typically go for on an everyday basis, but I just felt like it would be kind of pretty to add an intense highlight with this look. So I'm just going to put that on the high points of the cheeks, and I like to smile and bring it forward toward the apples of the cheeks so that when I smile it has a little bit of a sheen on the front of my cheeks. I just like how that looks on me personally. I go down the center of the nose, cheek as well, right above the brows. I'm going to also use this as my eyeshadow and inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to put some in the inner corner of the eyes and then drag a little bit on the lid just for a little something on the eyelids. Maybe bring a little bit along the lower lash line as well and right under the brow. So now I'm going to do the brows. I'm going to use my current favorite from the drugstore. This is the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Honey Brown. I talked about this in my favorites video, so if you want to hear more about why I like it, you can go watch my favorites video. I'm just going to quickly fill in the brows. This is why if I'm doing a quick look, I kind of just fill in the brows later because I feel like it takes me a little bit less time. I just like using hair-like strokes to really just shape the brow, and then I always brush through with my spoolie until the brow looks how I want it to. So to define the eyes a little bit more, I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil in the shade Gray. You could skip this step if you want to. I just feel like I need my eyes to look a little bit more open and awake, so I'm going to create the illusion that my top lashes are really full and voluminous, and that will hopefully help my eyes look a little bit more open. So I'm just gonna line the top lash line, and I like using gray sometimes because it's just not so harsh, but it still gives that nice definition. So now that the top lash line is lined, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer. I also mentioned this in my favorites video. I just really have been loving lash primers. I feel like it makes a really big difference in my mascara application, and it makes my lashes look a lot better in my opinion. So I'm gonna apply this first, and then I look kind of funny right now, but I'm gonna go into the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black mascara. This is a classic mascara and it goes really well with this primer. So for lips, you can just use your favorite everyday lipstick, chapstick, lip gloss, whatever you want. This is the only product that I haven't actually really used before, but I found it in my drawer and I really wanted to use it with this look. I feel like it'd be perfect. This is from Catrice. It's their lip cushion in the shade Rather Be at Coachella, and I'm just going to apply this to the lips. And then if you have a little extra time, you could touch up where needed. I want a little bit more blush. I just think this blush looks really great with the lip color, and I'm a blush person. I really like the look of it. Spruce up that highlight a little more. And also I'm going to set the face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. You could use one from the drugstore. I just ran out of all of mine. Or the one that I like most is from Milani, and I just ran out of it. So this is technically not drugstore, but it's still affordable. And I personally love to set the brows. I need to find a good clear brow gel from the drugstore. I used to use just a clear mascara, but I ran out of that too. So this brow gel is actually from Benefit. I need to go get another clear mascara, or if you guys know of a good clear brow gel from the drugstore, would you let me know in the comments, please? That'd be greatly appreciated. So there you have it, you guys. That is my 10-minute drugstore makeup look. This might actually have taken me around 15 minutes to do, but I'm a little bit slow paced today, so if you mastered the look, you could definitely get this done in 10 minutes if you weren't chatting and if you were in a rush. I hope you guys like how it turned out. I definitely love how fresh it looks, and I love how high quality all the products look. You would never know by looking at this makeup look that all these products were affordable. I honestly feel like they all perform so well. I love how fresh they make my skin look. I definitely feel like I look a lot healthier than I feel. And I personally really like how this look turned out. Hopefully you found this helpful. Again, I'm so sorry if I was a little boring through this video or if I wasn't as energetic as before. Hopefully I'll get better soon so that we can get back to our normal energy levels. But until then, I'm gonna rest, and I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Thanks again for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!